Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It is Friday. What's the date of today? 22nd. September 22nd, 2023, and I'm excited. It's Fun Fold Friday. I love to join you on Fridays with a fun fold, a different way that the card opens and folds, and it's always fun to do something different, right, with card making. And the possibilities are endless. There are so many thousands of different ways to make cards, and I am always amazed with the different designs that we can all come up with. So thank you for sharing your designs with me too. I love seeing what you guys make. Hi, Alexina. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Carol. Oh my, I had a super busy day. I had my friend help me. We put together all of the product shares. Oh my goodness, in case you didn't, I think you were aware, I posted about it, I emailed about it and all that. Product shares are paper shares, designer series paper, and ribbon. And then I also did it, if they did the I Want It All option, there was a free class that included 6 cards. So prepped all of the card packages, printed all the tutorials, and out the door they went. Oh my gosh, what a wonderful feeling to do that at the post office. The lady at the post office knows me by name now. She saw me standing there with that big stack of boxes. She's like, oh my goodness, what do you have for me today? I'm like, oh well, she knows. So we have a system when I show up at the post office with all my boxes. I actually read out the postal codes to her because she has to enter them. So anyway, got that all done. Thank you, Jen, for your kind words. Thank you so much. I do and hope that is my hope every morning when I join you here, is that I can inspire someone. If I can just help one person, then my day is complete. That is what is in my heart. When we were at backstage, Sarah got up on stage and she talked about the epidemic of loneliness and how Stampin' Up! Can do so much to help with that epidemic. And that really shook me when she used that analogy or that description of the epidemic of loneliness. And, you know, perhaps you are going through loneliness, or perhaps you're going through something, and maybe if I can inspire you, maybe if I can make you laugh by laughing at my own mistakes, maybe it might take your mind off things for just a few minutes, right? So if I can do that for you, then my day is complete and my heart is full. So that is always my prayer. I do pray, I do believe in the power of prayer, and I do pray that I can reach people through my love of stamping. And that is really my why. That is really what it's all about for me. Stampin' Up! Is my full-time business, but I have a passion behind it. It is a passion business, and it truly makes me happy to join you here and to share what I love. I love hearing where you're from. Hi, Zaina from Norwich, UK. Hello, Marie from Calgary. Hi, Debbie from Florence, Italy. Oh, wow, I have Debbies all over the world as friends joining me here. Hi, Debbie from Florence, Italy. I was in Florence on a Stampin' Up! Trip. We stopped, we got off the cruise and we went to Florence, and yeah, it was beautiful. Oh my gosh, the whole entire country of Italy was gorgeous. Like, I could have stayed there forever. It was so stunning. Hello, Donna from Indiana. Thank you for being here. Hi, Christine from Northern California. Hello, Rosemary. Nice name. Hi, Linda says, it looks like it is, you know, product shares are a ton of work. I'm not going to lie to you. They're a ton of work, but it is a service that I love to provide with every new catalog. So if you missed out on this one, don't worry. There'll be another one with the next new catalog. So that'll be in January. So stay tuned. When that new catalog launches and celebration in January, there will be another product share. So super excited about that. Let's see here. If you're interested in my retreat, I have one spot, just one spot. This retreat is almost sold out, you guys. If you live in the Calgary area and you want to come, let me know. It's Friday, the 13th of October, 6 p.m. it starts, goes till 6 p.m. on Sunday, 48 hours of crafting at your leisure. You get your own 6-foot table. So beautiful to get away and to be with others and craft all weekend. Oh, TJ, thank you. I think you're pretty amazing too, my friend. Hi, Wendy. Wendy, did you see my video yesterday? I did talk about how to use the adhesive sheets, so you might want to check that out. I've talked about it a couple of times, I think, in the last couple of weeks. Hi, Rebecca. Happy Friday to you too. Hello, Donna from London, Ontario. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. You made my pumpkin card last week with the 4 pumpkins, Kathy says. Okay. Speaking of pumpkins, okay, that's great, Kathy. I would love to see your card. You guys mentioned yesterday that I haven't put pumpkins in the crate, right? Well, I was like, I did use the pumpkin stamp. I did put pumpkins in the crate. It's the stamp. I'll show you when I flip the camera. There is a stamp in this Rustic Crate stamp set that has pumpkins and sunflowers, but the pumpkins are at the bottom and the sunflowers are coming out the top. So I think maybe you didn't see the pumpkins, but we're going to do pumpkins today. We are with our fun fold. Okay, let's get started. Thank you, Jen, for your kind words. I love hearing from you guys. Oh, and there's like a fruit fly in here or something. Oh, that's weird. Just a teeny little fly just went by. Oh gosh, you never know. You never know. Oh, Kathy's home with COVID. Oh, Kathy, I hope if you get a mild case and you get over it quickly. Thank you for being here. I hope this helps take your mind off of it. Scrapbook helped me survive the COVID year. Yes, Maggie, me too. I love scrapbooking. Love scrapbooking. And I have a very successful scrapbook club that runs monthly. And I love to send those layouts to my ladies. And we get together on Zoom, and it's like coming up this Tuesday, actually. We're going to do our September pages. And I love seeing how they put their pages together. And then we have a private Facebook group, and people post their completed pages with the pictures on them. And that's when the pages come to life. Like, I design the pages and I send them all of the cut pieces, and then they join me, and they often change the background and stuff like that. But I love seeing their interpretation. I love seeing the pictures of their layouts with the pictures on them. Aha, yes, TGIF, Heather. Hi, Mary from Ohio. Hello. Angela. Hello, Jennifer. Good morning, Jenny. So thankful for your lives. Aw, thank you. Watching from Kentucky. Good to see you. Hi, Petra from the Czech Republic. Wow, so far. Hi, Joyce in Ohio. Good morning, everyone. Janet is joining us from sunny Ontario. Love watching every day. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you for your kindness. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera. I could stay here and talk to you all day, especially about Stampin' Up. But we should get on to the fun fold. I'm going to put my Disney mug full of coffee down over here away from my work surface. We don't need that happening today. All right, let's get started here. And the paper share is amazing. Ah, thank you, Marie. Marie popped by yesterday. She lives local, and she popped by and picked hers up. It was so good to see you and chat with you for a little bit yesterday, Marie. I wish you a great weekend. Okay, let's go to my desk. All right, here we go. We're going to flip and point you down. Here we go. Okay, so let me get you straightened up here. And yes, some of you mentioned yesterday, I did indeed go get new reading glasses, because I broke mine. I had to do that. I took Amanda to school, and I had to stop right away and get a new pair, because I cannot function without my glasses. Anybody else relate? Oh, it's a necessity. Here's my host code that ends on Sunday, guys. If you live in Canada and you spend more than $60 or more before shipping and tax, midnight on Sunday, you're going to get 4 of the cards. And one of the ones that I'm going to send you is, we're doing it today. I can't wait to send this one to you. We are doing a card that is called the Pop-Up Slider card. Now, I've done this one before, but this one's slightly different. New products, new card. Let me bring in the pieces. Okay, let's talk about the stamp set first. We're going to talk about Rustic Crate. This is my bundle of the week. The stamps are gorgeous, and there's the pumpkins, you guys, that I was talking about. I'm like, I know I did pumpkins, but they're really not visible. They're kind of hidden underneath the sunflowers. So we're going to do a true pumpkin card today with the Rustic Crate. First things first, we're going to bring in 2 pieces of the same measurement here. And Donna says she'd be lost without her glasses. Oh my gosh, I would be too. I would be definitely lost. Okay, So we have pumpkin pie and basic white. Don't worry about cutting. Don't worry about cutting. Don't worry about writing down all the measurements. This will be on my blog today. And Rebecca's working on a pop-up slider card. Yay! Let's see if you're working on the same style as me. This will be on my blog later today or early tomorrow. And I'll get all that out to you so you can make these whenever you like. Karen says mornings are not the same without my smiles and inspiration. Wow, you guys are like so kind, you guys. I'm sending you a big fat hug, virtual hug. Okay, so I've got pumpkin pie and basic white. These are the same size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm just going to put the white one off to the side, and we're going to do some cutting and scoring on the pumpkin pie one. Okay, let me grab my paper trimmer. And let's bring this in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line up, let's move that little piece of DSP out of my trimmer. We're going to take the long side of the cardstock, okay? And we're going to put on the left side, we're going to line it up at the 3 1/2 inch mark over here. So over here on this left side, 3 1/2 inch mark. Then I'm going to use my paper cutter, the piercer. Sorry, there's a scoring blade up here. The light gray is scoring, the dark blade is for cutting. I move my score blade out of the way. We'll use that in a second, but not right now. And I'm going to take my blade. I'm going to pierce the cardstock at 3/4, like that. And then I'm going to pull the blade back to 4 3/4 down here. And I have attached a little strip of tear and tape. I was trying to get my words there. I'm going to hold this close. I did attach a little strip of tear and tape underneath my ruler on my trimmer so that I can see these increments because, you know, I wear my glasses and I still have trouble seeing small things. But here we go. So I pierced my cardstock and I've come down here. I haven't lifted up yet, but I've stopped right here. And I know this is really, really close, but I want to show you this feature of the cutting blade. The cutting blade has this little groove. Can you see that little groove there? That is where I'm stopping. I'm lining that up with the 4 3/4. Okay, I still got a ways to go. I got to come down to here. See? Good thing I did do that closer. So 4 3/4. I'm not quite done. Okay, right there. So I pierced at 3/4 and I went all the way down to 4 3/4. Now we want to do that on the other side. So this is what I made here, just this little slit. So I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So line up the left edge with a 3 1/2 inch mark, close down the arm here, and we're going to pierce the cardstock at 3/4 inch. And when you do this, if it's quiet in your room, you can actually hear that. You can hear that blade pierce your cardstock. And then we're going to pull your blade back to 4 3/4 and we'll stop. Okay. So this is what I have right now. So now I'm going to pop this back into the trimmer. I want to cut from here to here, and we're going to pop that in, and we're going to line this up here at 4 3/4 on the edge, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to pierce the cardstock right at that cut line and cut to the other cut line. And you can actually feel when you hit that cut line. You'll know. And there we go. So we've got this happening, this little flap. Then what we want to do, we're going to put this back in. I'm going to move my cutting blade out of the way. We're going to score now. So I'm going to pop this in. I'm going to line this up at the, let's see here. We need to do 1 1/4 inch. So I'm lining up the edge of my cardstock with 1 1/4, and I'm only going to score on the inside. I'll show you what I'm doing here. So I'm scoring from the cut line to the cut line. So I'm not scoring on the outside edges, just the inside right here. So I did that at 1 1/4. Then I'm going to slide over to 3 inches. Yes. 3 1/2, 3/4. No, sorry. Slide down to 3. What am I doing here? Okay, let me just measure. I think it's 3 1/2. My notes are bad here. Okay, 1 1/4, and we're going to score at 3/4 inch. Okay, and then 3 1/2, slide down to 3 inches, and then again at 4 3/4. Okay, let me just measure on my sample. I got to make sure that I'm doing this right here. So we're going to go to 3 inches, or is it 3.5? It's 3 inches. Yes. Okay. 3 inches right here. And then we're going to line up so I'm using the edge of the cardstock. So I'm lining up at 3 inches, and then I'm going to slide the end over to 4 3/4. And that's going to be right at the end. Okay. So we should have right here a 3/4 inch one. Bring in my ruler and measure 3/4 or 1/2 inch, 2.5, and then 4. Okay. So that'll all be on the PDF. Sorry guys, if that was confusing. So I'm going to fold this up here. This is my mountain, and then I've got a valley here. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like from the side. This is your mechanism. Okay, so that's done. That's the hardest part of the card, but it's actually not too bad. But once you get it cut and scored, you're good. Now we're going to bring in the background white. Remember I was saying that this is the same size. So what I want to do now is I'm going to bring in my circle punch. I have here my 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Now this is, you can get this from Stampin' Up right now. It is, excuse me, words. It's low inventory. So grab this if you don't have it. The 1 3/4 inch punch is low inventory. I'm just sliding it over the top of the card here. And I'm looking on both sides, making sure it's even. And then I'm just going to do a little half circle. This is where your thumb will grab the card to pull it. Okay. So we're going to do that. And then what I want to do is I'm going to take the white piece, put it right into the same spot. And I'm going to bring the punch back, and I want to chop that out of the white. The punches should not be used with 2 pieces of cardstock because it's way too thick. So this is how you can get around it. Make your pumpkin pie one first, and then come in over top of that and make your white one. Like that, okay? So then they will be the same, but you didn't have to break your punches, your punch. Okay, so this is how it's gonna go, like that. You also have, for this card, we need a piece of white that is 3 inches by 3 3/4. Now this is gonna be the part that slides up and down, okay, to make this work. So what I wanna do is I'm gonna take this piece of pumpkin pie and this lip down here, fold it up like that. That's gonna have tear and tape. So we're going to put our tear and tape on this lip. I'm calling it a lip, but you know, the small section. So we're going to put that on there. We're going to burnish it and peel off the backing. And then we are going to flip it over. And we're going to take this piece of cardstock and we're going to line this up at the top. And again, I'm looking on both sides, making sure I got equal amounts of space here. I'm going to line up the top first. I'm happy with that. Hold that down, and then you can press along that tear and tape. So it is stuck only to that part, okay? So this is going to be the part that will pull. So now what we want to do is take our tear and tape, and we're going to put our tear and tape all the way around the edges. Hi, Carolyn from England. Thank you for joining us. And the tip with this is to put your glue as close to the edge as you can. This inside part is going to be moving, so we don't want to do anything to interrupt the movement of this card. So we're just going to put this across the bottom like that, and then up the side. I could use liquid glue. I could have used liquid glue, but I just chose to go with my tear and tape today just to keep it nice and simple. But anything strong would work. You could use your Seal Plus if you're a fan of using tape runners. As long as it's a strong adhesive. You want to use a strong one because, like I mentioned, this middle part is going to be moving. So you want to make sure that's anchored down. The sides are anchored down nicely. Okay, so there we go. We've got glue all around the edges except at the top, of course. And then we're going to put this back on here. Okay, so here we go. We're coming in, just covering up the background. Press that down. Then when I take my thumbs and I move, you can see now I've created that slider mechanism. I have not made one of these in a long time, and they are so fun, you guys. So much fun to slide slide and it pops up, right? That's why it's called a pop-up slider. So now we get to do all the fun stuff, right? The decorating. But first, I'm going to bring in a hole punch and punch a hole up here so that when the recipient gets this, it kind of looks like you put your thumb there and do something, but you can actually put a hole and put a piece of ribbon there to encourage people, like, okay, here's the ribbon, pull on the ribbon. All right, so thank you, Joanne. All right, so we're going to take our hole punch. Now, you could use any hole punch. This is one that Stampin' Up! Used to sell. Don't fall in love with it because we don't sell it anymore, but you can use just any office hole punch. If you don't have a hole punch, you could just staple a piece of ribbon to the end. It's, possibilities are endless how you attach the ribbon. Okay, I'm going to grab, this is in the new catalog. It's called the large check ribbon, okay? And it's actually different than the one we have in the annual catalog because it's black and very vanilla. So I'm going to use 4 inches of this. So I'm going to use my grid paper at the bottom of my screen here. I'm going to measure off 4 inches. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double them up like this, and I'm going to take my scissors and make a little angle cut, so I've got a little point to work with. So just make a little angle cut like that. So now I'm going to take that little point, and I'm going to come in from the back here through that little teeny tiny hole with both pieces, okay, like that. So I'm coming in from the back. I've got this little loop here. Then I'm going to take the loop, go over the top of the card, and grab those 2 loose ends and pull it through. And you want to be very gentle with this because you don't want to rip your cardstock. So I'm just going to do one at a time. Because, if you rip your cardstock at this point, it's going to be really sad. Okay. So there's my ribbon, and you can leave it long like that. When you go to put it in the card, you could fold it down. I'm just going to trim it just a tiny bit here. Just make it a little bit shorter. There and there. Okay, so now the rest of the card is pretty easy. We're going to grab some Designer Series paper. This is from Them Bones. Them Bones Designer Series paper. Love this paper. The plaid just totally jumped out at me when I went through that package of paper. We're going to take this and we're going to cut it at 3/4 of an inch. Okay, it's putting it into my trimmer at 3/4 of an inch. And we're going to cut the whole length. Then we're going to turn it and we're going to cut it at 5.5. So we need 2 pieces that are 3/4 of an inch by 5.5. So you're just using a little tiny bit of the paper. It's great because your paper will go a long way when you just use small bits, right? So let's flip that over. We're going to decorate the sides of this one. The flip side of that paper has, look at all the tombstones. These are fun. This is a really cool paper. Okay, so let's add our little bit of glue here. Okay, that's going to be a little pop of color. I have some fun techniques to show you today, so stick around. I've got a couple of techniques. I didn't even realize I was doing it, and I'm like, wow, this could be a technique class. Maybe in one of my future classes, definitely. I do a technique club every month, and I teach the girls a new technique. I think I got some glue right there. That's okay. We'll deal with that later. Okay, so there I've got my side panels. Yes, all the replays are on my Facebook page, and this one will be also uploaded to YouTube. So you can check out the replays there. Thank you, Jen. All right, so the first technique I want to share with you, I'm going to bring it in. You guys know packing tape. We're going to make a shiny crate today. So I just took my packing tape, just regular old clear packing tape, and I put a layer on some black cardstock, basic black cardstock like this. Okay, so there's my cardstock with my clear tape on it. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut out the crate, the front of the crate with the wood grain, and we're going to cut out the handle with that. And we're also going to take this one here, which is like the nameplate or the plate. You've got 2 parts, but we're going to cut that out. We're going to stick that right there. So this is a good use of my cardstock. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we'll cut that out. Okay, so we're going to just come in here. We're going to put everything on here and make sure it stays on the shiny part. I only put 1 strip of tape on. And we're just going to put the top part on. I'm using the whole length of my machine here. Okay, so here we go. We're going to run it through. Woo! All the cracking sounds. Okay, so I'm not going to go too far with my machine because I do want to grab a little piece of white as well. I want to do, let's move all my dies off of here. So this piece here, let me show you what happens with this one. Good morning, Kathleen. Joanne likes the tape idea. I do too. It's my favorite. Look how shiny that is. Look at that. I can use that on another project, but what I was after was actually this one here with the outline. Okay, so we've got that. And I'm going to do this again because I want the inside to be white. So I got to do another one here with some basic white cardstock. Okay, so we'll just quickly, I'll just head over. Well, I might as well just bring the machine back. It's right here beside me. Okay, so we're going to run this one through, and then I think I'm done with my machine. But hang tight, I got another fun technique I want to show you today. Yes, Jenny, I love the packing tape idea too. You can make any of your die cuts. Now, the key is to remember, don't try and do this with your punches. Punches will not punch through packing tape and cardstock at the same time. That is too challenging for a punch, but a die is a different story. A die is stronger, and the blade, you will be able to do it. If it's not intricate, right? Like none of the stuff that I'm dealing with today is intricate. It's just basically straight cuts, right? So it'll work. Okay, let's bring in our silicone mat. Let me pop this out first. So here is what the crate will look like on the inside, because we do get an inside version, a view of the crate when we put it together. And here is the front with the wood grain. Look at that. Look at that. It's a shiny box. It's a shiny, glossy box. Oh, I love it. Love, love, love it. Okay, so then we also have to have a little shiny handle. So let's get that off of here too. There we go. Those are the parts of my crate. All right. So we're going to bring in my silicone mat, which I already have one of the boxes partially put together. Not really. I've just got a little bit of tape on it. So on my, and I've got my white piece. So here I've got the front. This is the box. Okay. This is the box. Now, if you're wondering what the front, okay, I did it wrong. Okay. So you want to have, I didn't do it wrong, actually. It's fine. But I just put my tape on the wrong side. So you want to have this score line visible, okay? So don't flip your box this way. The right way is to have this score line visible because it's the three-dimensional look that you're getting. Now, when this box is filled with something, you won't really see that. But if the box is empty, you do want to have that like that. You want to be able to see that score line. So then you take your box and you fold all of these tabs towards yourself. Okay, so this one has the glue. I put it on the wrong side, but look, I can peel it off because of that glossiness. Yay. Okay, so I'm using tear and tape. Let's see if I can salvage that piece there. Real life crafting. No, I don't think I can save that one. Okay, so we're just going to take this. I'm going to grab my bone folder and we're going to score these score lines. So fold the little teeny tiny tabs towards you. Everything gets folded up towards you, okay? And score your little lines here. And let's see. All right, so then I'm going to take my tear and tape. I can salvage this piece and put it on this long strip right here. Okay, got that done. And then the other one, I'm just going to grab another little piece and we're going to add that here. And then we can peel that off and get it all ready. I'm working on the silicone mat, so it's not going to stick to my work surface. The silicone mat is very forgiving with adhesive. So you can go ahead and stick stuff down on it. And then I'm going to grab my glue dots. I got my glue dots here. So I thought it'd be easier to add glue dots to those little tabs versus trying to add tear and tape. All right, let's grab my take your pick tool and peel off. There we go. Okay, so my long strips are done. Sorry guys if this is hard to watch, but I want to show you exactly how I do this in case you missed any of the previous videos where I put the crates together. So I'm just going to pick up these glue dots and put them onto the tabs. It's a little less messy to do it this way with glue dots and tear and tape. Would you guys agree? I was asking about adhesive yesterday and it was really interesting to see your comments. Some of you have come on over to the Tombow glue side and you use Tombow glue too and you love it. Some of you are still love your tape runners, and some of you like glue dots and this combination, glue dots and tear and tape, so that works too. Okay, so now we're going to grab the front of the crate and we're going to put it down. So I'm going to start on this side here and just press down on those two tabs, fold up the bottom, and we'll just come along here, fold up the corner and press that down and fold in the last two tabs over here. And they go under these little strips. There we go. Okay, so there is my crate put together, right? There's a little bit of a room there to fit like a flat chocolate in there if you wanted to. Love, love, love this crate. Now the handle will go inside like this. Now you could use liquid glue like I've been doing all week, or you could put some glue dots, and you can take your pick tool and you can grab a glue dot, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a couple of glue dots and put them onto the ends of these little handles here. Easy peasy. One on each end. And then when I lift up the handle, I can go ahead and put this down into the crate. And when I'm happy with where the handle is positioned, I can just push it down like that. So I think this is actually the easiest way to add your glue to this. Okay, so then we might as well finish the, no, this is actually not going on here. This is going to go onto my card, but I might as well do it anyway. So the white piece, I'm going to bring in the little stamp from the set that says "For You." And we're going to stamp that with memento. Okay, so this is going to be the title of my card. There's a lot of greetings in this set, but I wanted to use this little one again today. I think it's so cute. So I'm going to stamp right in the middle of this die cut here, like that. And then we're just going to put that plate over top. So you can come in, again, you could use glue dots. Let's use glue dots, I might as well. Kind of on a glue dot kick today. So let me just grab my glue dots and expose a couple of more here. And we'll pick those up and put them on the edge. Did you know you can use your take your pick tool to change the shape of those glue dots? If they're too big, you can squish them. You can squish them and make them smaller. Make them fit where you want them to fit. Okay, so there's my two glue dots. And we're going to take this piece now, and the easiest way is just to kind of lay it on the background like that. There we go. So we've got our greeting, and if the glue dot's exposed like that one is, you can come in with your tool and squish it a little bit more. I know I'm using real technical terms, right? Squish it. Okay, so this is going to go onto the card. Let me just pull the card like this. This "For You" is going to go at the bottom down here. Love the black against the pumpkin pie. So I'm going to use my liquid glue here and attach that to the bottom down here. All right, there, we've got that done. Now you've got a bit of a white space on the inside. I'm going to bring in the stamp from the set that says "Every Day with You is Better." And I'm going to stamp that with Cajun Craze ink on the inside. So let's go ahead and do that now. "Every day with you is better." Now, I'm stamping right onto the piece here because I don't want to have a layer inside. Like I don't want to have to punch this out or anything, because that might get in the way when you're trying to slide this shut. You don't want to have something in the way, right? Down here. So there's the pop-up card in its open position. Now you guessed it, the crate is going to go right here like this. Okay, so we might as well go ahead and glue the crate down. And I'm going to use quite a bit of glue because there's a lot of layers going on here. And we're going to glue that right on the front panel down here like this. And hold on to it for a couple of seconds, make sure it's secure. And that little, I don't know what that is, if that's glue or what it is. I have a little glue eraser here. Let's see if I can get rid of that. Nope. I also have a sand eraser. Let's see if I can get rid of that. I don't know what that is. I may have to cover up this section up here with some designer series paper. But you guys know there's no mistakes in paper crafting, just opportunities to embellish. All right, so we've got that going on. We've got a little bit of glue oozing out here. Let's get that off. Okay, so now we're going to fill the crate with pumpkins. Yes, 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 we're going to use pumpkins. Okay, I'm going to bring in Pick of the Patch, and we're going to use the puncheons. Yes, we're going to use the puncheons that... we're going to use the pumpkins that coordinate with the matching punch. Okay, so there's a big pumpkin and a small pumpkin. So here's the next technique I want to show you. I got a narrow piece of cardstock. We're going to stamp the small pumpkin in pumpkin pie. Okay, but before I stamp it down, I'm going to kiss it. This is called the kissing technique. Have you ever seen the kissing technique? I'm not going to kiss it with my lips. I'm going to ink up my pumpkin, and from the stamp, I'm going to use this little dot, the little dots here, and we're going to kiss it, okay? So here's my pumpkin with ink on it, and right away, I'm going to take my clean stamp, and I'm going to kiss it right there, and I'm going to kiss it over here, and you're probably thinking, well, what did that do? Well, let me stamp it, and then I can show you. I'll show you close up. This gives a little effect. I could have stamped it more, but there's some little dots there, and that's the kissing technique when you use two stamps together like that, right? So let's go ahead and pop that one out with the punch, and let's see, line that up there. Okay, so there's my first pumpkin. Now my second pumpkin, I'm going to bring in pumpkin pie, and guess what? I'm going to kiss that one too. It's Friday. We're doing all kinds of kissing over here today. All right, let me get a bigger piece of cardstock here. All right, I think, will this one work? I think so. This is just a random shape in my scrap bin. Okay, so my pumpkin pie one, I'm going to ink that up and with Cajun Craze. I'm using Cajun Craze. I said pumpkin pie. It's Cajun Craze. And then I'm going to bring in this little stamp here, the one with the leaves. And I thought, oh, what would that look like if I kissed it? So let's kiss that. I had to do it. Sorry, guys. I had to make that sound. Okay, so it doesn't look like anything when you're looking at it, but when you stamp it, look at that. Look at that. Love the kissing technique. Look at that. Never seen it, Robin? There you go. Learning all kinds of stuff today. Yes, this is a sneak peek of my technique club, I guess. Hey, guys, I'm giving away the farm here. No, I'm just kidding. This is just one of the many, many techniques that we can do. We do lots and lots of techniques in Technique Club. So here we go. We're going to pop that out. And now I have two like designer pumpkins, right? You've never seen this, Rebecca? Oh my goodness. I'm so happy to show you guys something new. And you don't ruin any of your stamps because all I've done is just tapped it and made a little impression, right? So think about your solid stamps. This works really, really well with a solid stamp. Go over it with a detail on top and you can make tons and tons of options for the kissing technique. So we've played with the kissing technique today. We've played with the packing tape technique to make shiny images. Now we're just going to pop out our stems of our pumpkin. And I've got a little skinny piece of granny apple green here. We're going to grab some leaves. So 1, 2. I cut my cardstock really, really short, really small, so that I don't have all these extra bits flying all over my desk. To minimize it anyway, minimize it. Okay, so let's close this ink so I don't put my hand in it. And then we're just going to glue these together now. So we're going to just, here's what I like to do. Line up my stems like that. Add a little bit of glue. Add a little bit of glue. And I'm actually going to add glue to the bottom of my leaves too. And I love it because I'm working on my silicone mat so I can just pick up things and move them around and nothing's going to stick to my work surface. So let's put the stems on my pumpkins first. And then we'll come over here and we'll just grab the leaf. I'm going to put that one in behind on that side. And then we'll put this one on the other side of this pumpkin like that. All right, so there's my two pumpkins. And now I need to grab dimensionals. Let's flip them over. And we'll put a couple of dimensionals on the big one. And we'll put 2 on both of them. Why not? Pop them up good. And that one, I thought it was too close to the edge, but I think it's going to be okay. Okay, so let's bring back our card. If you're just joining me, we're playing with the pop-up slider card. Now you could stamp something up here too, if you wanted to. You could put, like I'm using 2 different, oh, look at that. This is crooked. Can I get it up? Can I move it? You only get a narrow window of opportunity to move liquid glue, guys. I don't want to have to die cut all this. Okay. That was crooked. When I picked it up, it was the plate was crooked. Okay, what was I saying? Up here, you can stamp a greeting up here too. Every day with you is better. So I could have stamped, you know, good things take time, or blessed beyond measure. But because I have pick of the patch, I could have stamped happy Halloween, every day with you is better, or happy Halloween, thanks so much. Like there's a lot of different, or pick of the pet, you're the pick of the patch. Oh, that would work really nice up there. Let's do that. You're the pick of the patch, every day with you is better. Okay, that totally goes together. All right, let's grab that one. And you're the pick of the patch. And you could stamp pumpkins up here. Like you got lots of room to do stamping and do some different things. Let's stamp that one with pumpkin pie. Could use memento too, but let's stamp pumpkin pie. And that could, my pumpkin pie needs a little bit of ink, I think. We're just going to go with it. Okay, so then we're going to slide that back down. Whoop, back down. And then we're going to put our pumpkins in. So let's put the pumpkins in the crate. So the Cajun Craze one is going to go in like that. Isn't that fun? Put it in the crate. And then this one is going to go in towards the front. Can leave it up a little bit. There we go. And there they are in the crate, in the shiny black shiny black crate. And I have one over here too. I just reversed it on my sample. I have pumpkin pie in the back and I have Cajun Craze in the front. Fun, fun, fun. So I hope you guys like this card, this style. You could do all kinds of different stuff with this one. And you can do all of the images that come in the kit. So you could make this a Christmas card and do poinsettias popping up. You could make it just a regular everyday card with the greenery. I chose to bring in my pumpkins because, you know, it's that time of year. But lots and lots of things. And I love that the handle of the crate is up here. So it gives that really nice 3-dimensional look. And I mean, you could make this into, I'm just thinking now, you could make this into a gift card holder. You could put a gift card in the crate, right? Stick it like long ways. So many different ideas. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you need more white space for writing, you also have the back of this card, okay? So you can stamp something on the back. You can write your greeting there. So lots and lots of options for that one. Thank you, Krista. Thank you, Marie. Let me just flip you around. Thank you, everyone. I was so excited to do the pop-up slider. I was looking at the crate. I was playing with the crate all week long. If you've missed any of my videos, go back and check them in the video section at the top of my Facebook page here. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I love, love, love this crate. And what can I put in it? There's so many different ideas. Yesterday, I put bananas in it with the monkey. Take a look at your stamps that you have in your collection. I'm sure there's something appropriate size that you could fit in here. Christmas is coming. You could fill your crate with Christmas presents. I'm sure you have a small Christmas die, or perhaps you have designer series paper that has Christmas presents. You could fussy cut them out and stick them in and have a beautiful crate full of presents. So I hope, it's always my hope every week, to inspire you to see all of the different ideas with each bundle or stamp set or suite that I feature, so that you can have as much fun as I do at home in your craft room. Thank you again for letting me share these cards with you. And thank you, Jen, for posting my special. Yes, every week I have an ordering special. I always want to thank you for your orders. And this week I have pink envelopes that I'm sending out. I have Ronald McDonald kits that I'm sending out. I have my helper coming again today. We are prepping October Technique Club cards. They are Halloween cards and they are super fun. We are playing with a technique in October called the baby wipe technique. So if you want to join my technique club, it is a 10-month club. You just join whenever you want to join, and you go 10 months from your start month. You go out. And one of the months you'll be the hostess, and it doesn't mean you have to bake cookies or have anybody over. You can join from anywhere across Canada. And what it means is that month you are the hostess. You get all the free stuff, the free shopping spree, you get half price item, you get a free class in the mail every single month with 3 cards. You get a sheet for your technique binder so that at the end of the club, if you've given all your cards away, you will still have 10 technique sheets in your binder so that you can flip through your binder and be like, what did I learn in that 10-month club? And you'll be able to recreate those. And you also get a PDF tutorial every month, handwritten, or not handwritten, typed up tutorial that I post on our private Facebook group. You can print those off and put them in a binder so you can recreate all of the cards at your own leisure. There are so many perks to being in my technique club. So if you're from Canada, reach out to me. I would love to add you in. We can get you started in October because we're prepping kits today, but I can still prep them. There's still time to get you your kit for October. If you are, oh, good question, Mar. So in Canada, it's a minimum $35 product order per month, okay? And the orders are due by the 10th of the month. The 10th of October, your order would be due. I give you a host code to use. So send you a link on the Facebook group. I post a link. You click on there, you order your products, whatever you want. You can order glue, you can order the stamp set of the month. It's totally up to you what you order. So I have both customers and demonstrators join this club because we all need new stuff, right? We need new envelopes, we need new cardstock. You can buy a kit, it's up to you. As long as the host code is attached to your order, then all of the orders come together, and that's how I'm able to give my hostess her free shopping spree. So that's how the club works. It's a minimum $35 order. You can order more if you want to, especially when it's your hostess month. If you order more, then you're gonna get more free stuff. So I hope that explains it. It's a super fun club. Christine Bertram, my partner and friend in the US, runs it as well. So you can reach out to Christine Bertram. Her blog is Cards by Christine, and we partner together. And I teach the class on YouTube. You can go over to my YouTube channel and check out the class. I actually taught it this past Tuesday. And you get a free class kit every single month. Yep, every month, Jen. So you get 10 free classes and a shopping spree. I mean, it's the best deal ever. So thank you again for joining me today. Thank you for allowing me to share the details of my club with you. Thank you for allowing me to share this super fun fold. And I want to go make some more shiny crates. And that's my favorite basic black. I got to find something melon mambo that I can put in this cart, because you guys know me. Maybe some hearts, maybe a Valentine's card, right? Fill the crate with hearts. There's an idea. All right. Have a great rest of your Friday. I hope to see you soon. I'll see you on Monday. Someone asked a question about, I think, UK. Any consultants I can't read that, is US. Oh yeah, there's tons. Stampin' Up! Is founded in the United States, in Utah. So if you go onto the StampinUp.com website, click the top, I think it's on the left-hand side. There's a drop-down menu. You'll see all the countries that Stampin' Up! Is in. And you can shop with a demonstrator from your own country. We do not cross countries. So I can't sell to the US. Christine can't sell to Canadians. So this is how we partnered to offer our classes to all of our residents of our own country. So I hope that explains it. Take care, everyone. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll see you on Monday morning at 9 o'clock Mountain Time for my next video. Bye-bye.